Merry Christmas, H-bar holders. So let's talk about H-bar. We're going to take a look at some technical analysis, and I'm sure you'll also love my hat. So let's jump into it in this video. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or follow me on X if you're watching there as well. And let's really get into this thing. We're going to take a look at some technical analysis here for H-bar. But first, I got to tell you guys a little story about my hat. I was about 17 years old. I got my very first job. And I actually had to, walk both ways and uphill in the snow up to my ankle or up to my knees. I know that's one of those stories that people always tell, but I was actually walked about an hour and 45 minutes each way to work. I would work for about 3 hours after school, and then I'd have to walk all the way home. Well, my grandmother showed up one day because I was working at the mall. And she said to me, "Look at all the other people working, and they all have these nice Santa hats. You should have a nice Santa hat." And I'm like, "I don't need one of those. I'll look silly." But she insisted, and I picked out this purple one. It might look a little blue or purple depending on your screen. But yeah, I've had this thing for 20 some years now, and my grandmother has since passed in 2018. But this is something that's I still remember. So, anyways, it's a nice heartwarming story. I know it's just a hat, but it means a lot to me. So. Let's talk about H bar. So the third consecutive day, we've seen H bar's price in the green, and the Santa Claus rally has turned into has come finally returned in the crypto market. So H bar is up over 30% from its lowest level last week. So if you're listening to me last week and I was saying, the technicals are still looking good, I meant it. I can't see this thing really, crashing. It held up pretty well throughout the retracement that we had in the pullback in the market. But there's no really Hedera specific news to fuel this jump that we've seen the last few days. It's really just the technicals, right? The technicals and sentiment. Canary Capital has filed for the first spot Hedera ETF in November in the United States. And we do believe that the SEC could potentially approve this since the agency has not labeled HBAR as security like it's done with a lot of other cryptos, right? Like, say, for instance, Solana and Ripple, or XRP, sorry. But we did see futures open interest plunge to about 209 million on December 22nd from last month's high of 460 million. Most coins often rebound when the open interest and sentiment among traders drops. So that's something that we take note of. There's also a few other things as well that we're noting on the technical analysis here. So we can see here, this is basically the chart that we're going to be going off of. These are two purple lines that I'm going to reference here in the article. The coin formed a double bottom pattern at about 23.5 cents. This bottom is usually a sign that bears are afraid to place short sales below that price. So they believe that the price is going to go up. So they're kind of, stepping back from that. Hedera has also formed a falling wedge chart pattern, which was the purple lines that we've shown below. It was kind of going downwards and in a triangle pattern. So the falling wedge often leads to more gains. It is a bullish signal. It also formed a bullish pennant pattern comprised of a long flagpole followed by a triangle pattern. So it's also remained above the 50-day moving averages, signaling that the bulls are still in control here. And it's now formed the three white soldiers candlestick pattern. There's a ton going on here, guys, which is characterized by three consecutive candlesticks. The outlook for the H bar price is bullish still, with the next price point to watch being about 40 cents, which is 20% higher than the current level. So there is still, some more room on the table for this thing to go. Let's take a look at the chart here on CoinMarketCap. About 32.5 cents we're at right now. We can see obviously the volume is up over 100%, and we're up about 18.9% in the last 24 hours. So this thing is crushing it up we're actually sitting at number 16 now. I believe we were 17 yesterday or the day before, moved into this 16 spot. So things are looking really good for HBAR. So, obviously none of us have a crystal ball and know where these things are going to go, but I think we're going to move into 2025 in a good note here. Hopefully we will see some, continuous price movement, positive price movement here for HBAR. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. I just want to say thank you guys so much. This has been a fantastic year for me. I've grew to over 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. My X profile is up over 2,500 followers, and just being able to hang out and produce these videos for you guys, and with the positive feedback and stuff, I've been very, very, very thankful, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.